we're back. And we're going to talk about what to do after your season, but you actually have to be thinking about what happens after the season before the season even starts. You want to bring honor to the kids. Some teams are going to be really motivated to do that. Some teams, it will be a brand new thing. Some are almost completely disinterested. I've been in all three of those situations. Dave, why don't you kick it off, because you are the paragon of virtue when it comes to this.
Well, I've learned over the years, my father before me, back in the 70s when we coached together, he would always have a guest speaker at his banquets, which was obviously set it on a whole nother level. I don't think you need to go to that level. I've never added a guest speaker. I felt I've always been able to cover the speaking part myself just fine. I would spend a lot of time creating a really good banquet program that the kids would take home, because my high school coach and my father before me always had a really well printed book of memories, if you want to call it that, just 5 to 10 pages of your results, of phone numbers for the team, a word from the coach. I would spend time, because those become mementos that the kids will want to emulate, probably if they ever become a coach as well. But our banquets are always quite ornate. If your school never put much value on a postseason banquet, it's maybe time that you did, because this goes a long way for the returning players who are coming back next year to look forward to this opportunity. We want them to be the highlight. It's not about the coach, it's not about the parents, although the appreciation for the parents is important at the banquet. This is their last hurrah. This is their last moment of what they've committed to your program. And if you're not finding value in them, they may not find value in you or your program. And the sense of giving back to these kids and saying, you were important, you gave 100%, you fought hard, whatever, you accomplished this, and this as a team or as an individual. Definitely take the time. And we do a few things. We have our band that we put up. I don't know if you can see below it, says state champions. That all of the awards are on a table that we accumulated that year.
All as coaches have strengths and weaknesses. And one of my particular weaknesses is I am not a party planner. Generally, when there's a great banquet, it's because somebody's parent on the team or the kids themselves have stepped up to make that happen. At the very least, we will have some kind of team dinner at the end, a meeting of some sort, and we put a date on that at the beginning. It is possible that not everyone's going to be able to make it. That's okay. Right. People are busy lives and all that. I'm generally a little bit disappointed when the kids show almost no interest in getting together as a team afterwards. It is a little sad for me. But if they're not into it, I'm not the one to push them. I make awards for the kids. So we'll have most valuable, most inspirational, most, blah, blah, blah. Right? I mean, 3 to 5 traditional awards. But then what I do is I make up new categories for everybody. And I'm not a participant award giver outer. What I like to do is best sense of humor. Find some quality about that kid, most supportive JV player, most this, most that, so that there is some specialness to it, so that it does reward them. You can make a trophy for, 30 cents. Like one time I was coaching a team that was the Pirates. So I went to Disneyland, you'll love that. And I got Pirates of the Caribbean doubloons. And I only bought 10 of them, and I only gave away 5 of them ever in my 7 years at the school. And they were given to people who'd won multiple league championships or had records of like 47-3 in their career, or, some really astounding, awesome thing. So this was a career award. That item cost $1.
Right.
But it is imbued with incredible meaning and value because of what it represents. So it's all in how much you put into it and how much you care. But even if you're not having a banquet, if you as a coach can talk to each player as like a little wrap up, hey, I want to talk to you about your season. You did this and that. And I really appreciate that. And here's what the future holds.
Try to grab a picture of these players, because the banquet oftentimes brings out something very special in your players. And this young lady was my senior who broke her arm. That's her arm 6 months before season began, broke it in 3 places, and rehabilitated herself to become, for her senior year, to be undefeated, and lost in the semifinals of our state tournament in a tough match. Broke down in probably the loudest crying moment of my entire coaching career. But at the banquet, she mentioned that she had never felt like a team was a family until I came in and started coaching, which was a very complimentary thing for me to hear. It's a lot of work for one coach. I have my hands full when I do the slideshow and my program and getting the special awards organized, like the Captain Awards, the most valuable and the most improved. Very first parent meeting at the year, I have a sign-up sheet that I pass around and say, I need to know which parents are going to be interested in organizing the banquet. You've got everything planned out to the minute, and
Yes,
because it can drag on, so be careful.
yes. All right. And so in the next video, we're going to get into how to plan for future seasons while you're in the midst of a season. And there's some little tricks to it so that you can set yourself up for future success rather than have like a major dip in your team's performance if you plan it well. All right. So we'll see you in the next one.